name's Megha. I just finished my second year of med school, and these are 10 things I can't live without. So this is my first item. It's my laptop. My entire life is on here. I study on here. I do research on here. I watch Netflix on here. I text my friends on here, which becomes very, very distracting sometimes. But my favorite part of my laptop is that my background is my sister and I dancing. Dance is probably my favorite hobby and my favorite extracurricular. I love that I've continued to do it throughout med school. It just helps ground me. It's a connection to my culture. And yeah. This is my tumbler. I carry this everywhere around with me like a little baby. I kind of took it around my arm. I'm very, very known for this in my class as well. As you can see, it's not the most subtle object ever, but it's kind of one of the ways that I've tried to stay myself throughout med school, show up to clinicals or hospital experiences with a sparkly water cup. Yeah, and I drink a lot of water. I don't go anywhere without this, and yeah.
And how many of those would you say you drink per day?
Oh my gosh, I would say I probably fill this up about 4 to 6 times a day. I drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated, friends. This is my claw clip. I don't go anywhere without this. As you can see, I have a lot of hair. It gets overstimulating sometimes, especially if I need to focus, if I'm sitting down to study. This is the first thing that happens, is my hair goes up. And then in clinic settings, it goes with like the professional look, kind of. It's very, very neat way of holding your hair back, and you basically always need to have your hair back if you're in the hospital, if you're doing something, if you're in surgery. So very, very important item, and it's much more comfortable than a hair elastic or a ponytail. These are my favorite chips flavor and brand. Actually, it has to be Lay's salt and vinegar always. But yeah, these are just my favorite chips. Again, another kind of exam time snack that I really enjoy, especially if I'm watching TV or something. You can just eat the whole bag without even noticing. Usually around exam time, I eat so many of these that my mouth kind of gets a little bit ulcered and kind of sour, and I can't eat anything for a long time, but it's definitely worth it. These are my sour straps, my absolute favorite candy. They're very sour. They have like a tough kind of chew to them because I'm a big nail biter. So these are very, very stress relieving to me. So I just carry a bag or carry a pack of these around with me in my bag during especially exam season. Crinkle the wrapper, annoy everybody in the silent room in the library, but I love them and they carry me through exam weeks. Next essential item, also a little bit silly, but very important to me, are my earrings. I have different ones in right now, but just throwing on a pair of earrings, I don't think I've ever left the house without them. It's just something that kind of makes you feel a little bit more confident. If I don't feel pretty, I don't feel smart, so it just kind of helps you. I feel like look good, feel good is honestly so true, especially for me. So I have these little pairs here. And they're just super easy to throw on and just make you feel good in about 10 seconds.
Are they real gold?
These ones are gold plated, so little life hack, these don't tarnish. I've gone swimming in them, I've taken showers in them, I've worked out, they've gotten sweat all over them, and they have not tarnished because they're gold plated, so it's like a cheaper way of getting real gold earrings that'll last you for a really long time. So my next essential item is my glasses, because obviously I can't see without them. You obviously need to see if you're helping out with the surgery, if you're studying, if you're reading something. Yeah, so obviously this is what I look like with them on. I never wear them in public, but I usually wear my contacts, but sometimes your eyes get tired because the air in the cadaver labs and for anatomy can sometimes be super dry, or hospital air, especially if you're standing in a surgery for like 6 hours, it can get really tough. So getting a good pair of glasses that also work with a mask without fogging them up is really essential, and yeah, I need to see. Oh, hey there! This is probably my silliest, goofiest item. It's one that I'm notorious for in my class. People always think that I'm whipping out a glue stick, but it's a Vaseline stick because school is always really, really dry. Hospitals are always really, really dry with the air conditioning, and it's always really cold. So this is always super helpful, and you never know where your hands have been, so I don't want to be digging around in a tub. So Vaseline in a stick, buy it, trust me. And my last item is my coffee. I cannot live without coffee. I cannot speak to anyone in the morning before I've had a cup of coffee. In fact, my family avoids me completely and refuse to be in the same room with me before I've had a cup of coffee. Tim Hortons is kind of funny because there's a Tim Hortons right in the med school at UOttawa, and so anytime you go there, there will basically always be a very long line of med students. Me being one of them, and we all have so many points on Tim's because we literally buy coffee every single day, but it's just kind of how it goes. One piece of advice I have for people wanting to go into med school is to stay true to yourself, be yourself. That means in interviews and applications, when you're writing your ABS, talk about experiences that are special to you. It's not just about filling in the resume or checking off boxes. As you'll see with so many of my items, I've tried really hard to kind of maintain my personality throughout applying to med school and in med school, and I'm gonna try and do that as a doctor as well.